All right, yo, 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 what's good, everybody? And welcome back to Evolving with Life Coach Jarrell. And I promise, and I promise, and I promise, and hope and pray that you guys enjoyed part one with my good sister and friend Toniya.
Oh,
And Mama Joyce. And y'all, we back with part two. We are back with part two of the podcast. And friend, I just want to check. It's been a week. Things have
hmm
changed. Life has been life, and I just want to know how you feeling this upcoming week.
I feel good.
Okay, that's good,
I
good, good.
really do. I feel like I've been getting a lot of stuff done. Um, I've been very intentional every day, which is like again spending time checking in, spending time with my family, spending time with my friends. We get that second gain share. Uh,
And direct deposit.
okay,
Go ahead to the good. Okay,
okay.
okay.
So yeah, how are you feeling?
Let me tell you something. God is good. He is
All the time.
continuously blessing me and keeping me. He's opening doors up for me.
Amen.
My heart is opening up. My life is opening up.
Okay,
And
Yolanda Adams.
okay. So show me how
Hey, to
to
do
do things
things.
your way.
Okay,
Okay,
the
look,
what?
don't let me make the same mistake.
And
Come on,
how
T.
many
What you say?
times?
Damn, over and over
Oh,
and over and over.
I
Don't
know
take me back to
that's
the strip.
right. Let that will be done.
Okay, I'm over here. Please don't put me back in the strip club, Stevie. Please don't take me back to the strip club.
And
Okay.
I'll be the one. Come on,
Come on.
baby. When I tell you that was my song.
Okay. Baby used to be in there, woe out off that song and then still go out there and sing.
Oh,
I'm a
and
swerve on
still.
this nigga. Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
When I
Oh,
tell
you hit that if I beat that bitch, you go tell on me.
you, me.
Girl, I gotta know.
When I tell y'all,
Baby.
Tania be sending me the most meth and crack addict shit ass songs, and I love them, and I
I
never
know,
forget
aren't
to
they
say
great?
they are so great. They make me feel like I lived a life that I was never privy to.
I get so tickled. So real quick, yesterday I had to run some errands and my mom was like, "Can I go with you?" So I was like, "Yeah, girl, sure, come on."
Come on, peace, girl, peace, cool.
Yeah. So I try to, my taste in music is just all over the place. But if I have older people in the car, I try to place like some oldies but goodies, some good old R&B, a nice little playlist. But after about our third stop, I told my mama, I said, "All right, now, I got to get a little ratchet now. I got to get in my vibe." So,
What you done played? What you done played, Tangy?
Tangi's a TikTok queen.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
oh yeah, like that's her thing. Like she really, really is like trying to pursue a career. That's a whole other story for a whole other day. That's a whole other conversation. So she know all the TikTok songs.
Okay.
So she likes that Glorilla is Sexy Red. The What You
Okay.
Know About Me. She like that. So I put on like a female rap playlist and we was just bopping and riding. But I played some Lotto for her because I love Lotto.
Did you play
Damn,
that? What you going with that birthday song?
what birthday song?
What's the song? She be like, "It's my birthday."
Oh, what you gonna give me my
No,
birthday, Big
I
Mama?
never heard about that song until I seen it on you. Well, you posted a video,
Yeah, yeah. I
and I was like,
love Lotto. That she
"Okay,
because she remind me of who I was in my early 20s. Like I used to act just like Lotto. Still do to a certain
okay."
extent.
I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I was like, "Please stop lying to
Still
these
do.
people, cause it's still
Um
giving hood."
so I was playing some songs for her. She was like, "Ooh," she was like, "She talk a lot of shit." I was playing Brokey, and which my mama said that it came on the part where Lotto was like, "Yeah, I talk a lot of shit." My mama was like, "Yep, yep, yep." Yeah, she was like, "Yeah, I like that. Who is?" Every time I would play a song, she looking at the screen. Who is that? So
Okay,
about she got to put that on her Pandora
okay, she gonna play it on the what?
on the iPod.
I told y'all this is when I tell y'all if y'all didn't listen to the first podcast, this is what we do. This is why we can't never get no work done at work. Cause when
No, you. I about to say now. Come on now, because one thing about it,
two things for sure.
we get it done now.
We,
That's why,
we we get it damn cracking.
and
What
that's why
Brandon
we get
said,
the coins.
okay, because Brandon said, get it cracking if you like.
Hey, come
Oh,
on, the full moon. Listen, don't come on, because we can't get in our music bag right now, because we got to stay focused.
I mean, well, we ain't never been focused, so let's go ahead and get into our music bag. Who you been on when it come to music to you? Who you been on?
You know, I listen to a little bit of everything.
Okay.
I will say somebody that I was listening to. I'ma just this just goes to show you how my palette is. Yesterday I was listening to JoJo. Uh,
Okay.
she put out an EP called Good to Know maybe 3 or 4 years ago that was really good, and it kind of goes through what I'm going through at this point in my life. So I played that yesterday. I listened to some Roberta Flack yesterday. Yes,
Okay.
some Aretha Franklin, some Gabin, Earth, Wind and Fire. That's kind of where I've been, just the type of vibe I've been, because that music feels so good to me.
I would say, are you on government assistance? The fuck? I mean, I love
Wait,
my oldest, but I ain't never known you to listen. I ain't never heard you listen to no old stuff like that.
Jarrell, you know I love a good old song. Don't play.
I'm just saying. I'm like, okay.
So that's been my vibe. Now I will say I'm more like an R&B girly. There's this girl. She's an Asian girl. Her name is Sailor.
Mo,
She has it. That's kind of what she gives.
okay,
But she
character.
has a song called Pookie's Requiem that I've been playing. It's a remix with Summer Walker. Um, I like that a lot. Um, Beat the Till on Me. I've been listening to.
Well, we know that. Okay. Well, we know that.
So yeah, but that's kind of what you been listening to.
I really
Oh,
and
let me say one more thing. One more thing, because this
okay.
person has I discovered her like a couple months ago, and she's had me in a chokehold. She is a UK artist, but she sings R&B. Her name is Sasha Keeble,
Oh,
and
send me
she.
some stuff.
Oh, I'm gonna send you this song. She has a song, a lot of good songs she can sing. They call her the British Faith Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Well, wait.
she
Well,
has a
okay. I guess I'm gonna be soon as I get home. Then.
okay, but she has this song called Why, and it is just such a beautiful song, and I've had that and pretty much her catalog on repeat. So
Okay. So for me, I'm gonna tell you this, and I think you and I talked about this, but I've really been getting into NEL Chopper,
yes, 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 yes. I haven't
and
had a chance to listen to this latest project, so I need the rundown of.
yeah, and I'm gonna say this, and it's just simply because, um, and I know a lot of people are trying to do this whole gay baiting thing. I don't care nothing
Yeah.
about none of that. I could care less. I didn't even know he was gay baiting the people.
Well, that's what
But I
they
just
say. It don't
yeah,
necessarily mean that's what he's doing, but that's what they're calling it.
Okay, and I know I was just on my YouTube and I came across a video of the Here Right Now song and video, and I saw a level of artistry from NEL Chopper that I did not know that a Memphis rapper could
He
exemplify.
is from Memphis.
Yeah, all day long. And it's just kind of like, and you know what? I think I'm learning that music is kind of taking a turn in the direction of what the older men in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s would sing about.
Mm,
Men not being afraid to say how they miss their woman or how
yeah,
they miss being loved and how they miss being protected and how they miss being seen and appreciated and valued. And that is what that song does and means to me. So
okay.
when I listened to his whole project and I was like, this is just a young guy that talks about being addicted to pills, getting off of that, finding a new way, and really just finding a way to be in love. But he like him some sex. He like the street life, and it's just a bunch of different things. And I think that us as people, that's who we are. We're not defined to one thing as much and as
Yeah,
how as our parents and our family has tried to make it be that way. We are so multifaceted. Like
yeah,
there's
for
just
sure.
different parts of us, and there are even parts of us that we've never experienced, but a part of us wants to experience, right? So we live
Mm-hmm.
that part through other people. I ain't never been in the life of drug streets and prostitutes and stuff like that. But sometimes when I hear other people rap and sing about it, and that's why I'm a
It's
huge Chris
exciting,
Brown fan.
intriguing.
It's exciting, it's intriguing. Now, am I gonna go out there and buy an 8 ball and snort my life away? Absolutely not. Cause that just ain't what I got. I'm not
Hey.
into that. Okay, cocaine. I don't even do well. I do hookah. But it's
Yeah,
like
because
no.
one of my favorite songs right now is Bleak Sum, and somebody was like, "Yeah, we play this music," and she's like, "I play Bleak Sum, like I wouldn't be scared to take off running if I heard a gun," and I was like, "That's very much true." Like, I love Bleak Sum, but if I hear some choppers going, I ain't taking off running.
And then people be saying they be sounding in them accidents.
All I did, I looked up and I heard. Like, okay, let me figure
Oh,
out a way to dictate that and put that in the
okay,
notes.
well, whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
Okay, but yeah, I've been listening to a lot of NEL Chopper. I'm always gonna listen to people like my Alex Isley.
Oh yes, we
Um,
love Alex.
she just does no wrong for me. I've been listening
Has she
to
put out anything new recently? I don't think so, right? I
I
ain't
think
missed
like maybe
nothing.
like one single, but nothing like just really, really new. Um,
Okay.
but you know what? Offset got a new song called "Swing My Way,"
Oh,
and here's the thing: I'm one of those people I can disassociate the
the
artist's
artist from
reality
music.
and what they got going in their personal life versus what they got going on in the studio. And that's
Yes.
"Swing My Way." That thing be knocking.
Because
Uh,
Offset is walking around upset. Okay. He's hurt.
I've actually been getting it. I love Lady Gaga's new single "Abracadabra." That's really
Ugh.
good. And you know Doechii. I've been on
Oh
Doechii
yeah. Love
before the
Kagoshi.
Grammys, which we're gonna have to go ahead and slide into. I've been on Doechii before the Grammys, but I'm so glad she won an album or a
Yeah.
Grammy. But
Yeah.
I've just really been loving music, and I'm gonna always stick to my oldies, my goodies, and I always find playlists that stick to me. But we're also people that love like finding new artists. So if you guys got some artists that you guys want to recommend to us, go ahead and jump to my email address, which is
But real music.
jll2003 at yahoo.com. Let us know who you're listening to. Like Rashida said, yeah, we Rashida and we rap like Shout It Low.
No, real music. That's what I say. No TikTok crap.
Not crap. Okay, well,
That's
you know what? Since we talking about music, we know the Grammys was a few
was that
weeks ago.
last week?
Yeah, so we know Beyonce got Album of the Year, and we
Hmm.
know she got Rap Album of the Year. How did you feel about the nominations? And I'm sorry, and Chris Brown got
Yes.
Best
Yes.
R&B Album of the Year, and y'all know I am Team Breezy all day, every day. How did you feel about the nominations and the awards that were given? Do you feel that they were fair, or do you feel like it was just very much so like, well, let's just give them something so they can shut up?
I think that the Grammys really, really were intentional this year on making sure that they changed their perspective and their outlook on certain things and giving people the awards that they deserve, right? Because they've been getting a lot of slack for the past few years of just not being in tap or in touch culturally with music and what's actually truly going on. And someone did say that um a lot of the voters, I guess, have like aged out and were replaced with younger people.
Okay.
So I think that has a lot to do with it as well. Was super excited for Chris Brown, super excited for Doechii, of course, super excited for Beyonce. I am a part of the Beehive, but
All right.
I do feel like this year for Beyonce, the Grammys were like, let's just make it right. Let's make it right. Let's give her what she deserves. I love Cowboy Carter, but I don't feel like Cowboy Carter. This is just my opinion.
It's my opinion. Come on, Tamara.
I don't feel like that's the album creatively. Now, okay, let me not even say creatively because she did her big one. I mean, she's speaking in Italian, she's doing opera, she's singing country, she got some dance bops, she did Jolene, she got Dolly Parton on there. It's an amazing body of work. But I don't feel like that's the body of work that should have been her first album of the year. I just don't. I think it was more so just about politics and making it right. Um, But I am glad that she finally got it. But I think they're very intentional. If you go back and watch, you will see that Taylor Swift was the person that presented that award to her. So I think the Grammys were just trying to be intentional, but also too, it's a lot of politics and a lot of things, and everything is not really what it seems. But I'm happy for Doechii, happy for Beyonce, happy for Chris Brown. Trying to see if there's anybody I missed. I love Billie Eilish. I love Sabrina Carpenter. So I was kind of sad about Billie Eilish because this last album that she put out was so good. And this just goes back to what we talking about music. Like, I'm a lover of music. I don't care if you're black or white. If you can sing, you can sing. And Billie Eilish can sing. She can sing, she can write, she can arrange. There are a couple people that awe me in the music industry, and Billie Eilish is one of those people. So
Mm, okay. I'll agree with you. And I think that just first starting off with Chris Brown, I think that there was no way possible that he could have been denied for Best R&B Album of the Year. Uh,
no.
I'll even go a little bit further and just say that over the last couple of years, there was no way that he could be denied. But I think that the moment that Breezy stopped thinking about winning a Grammy or feeling like I needed more was the minute that it just happened for him. He went and
Well,
did
I
that, that tour in South Africa that sold out two
yeah,
nights in a row. He did the same thing in Brazil that sold out 2 nights in a row. And not only that, but just the 11/11 tour. Every tour concert that he had, it sold out every night.
that
And it's
was
just
my
like,
next point, where I was gonna say there's not anybody that's a R&B star at his caliber that's doing what he's doing outside of Usher. And Usher is getting off on his legacy, right? Usher is not putting out new music that's sticking. Like his last album wasn't that great in my opinion. So when we think about male R&B, there's nobody at his level that's doing what he's doing. So that's the only thing that makes sense. I also think it was a great temperature check. I think they wanted to see, like, if we give him this award, what's going to happen. And I think because there was not a bunch of outrage, that they're going to be like, okay, next year he's going to be here.
yeah. And it's like at this point in time, like who's doing what Chris is doing? And the
Nobody.
reality of it is like it's nobody. As much as you kind of want to put it out there, so you kind of have to give people what they're deserving of. And you and I talked about it. I just feel like Cowboy Carter was not the album that deserved album of the year. It really should have been Renaissance.
For sure. Or even Lemonade. Lemonade was Lemonade, I think when it comes to, as somebody that's been a Beyonce fan since day one, Lemonade was something artistically that we had never seen from Beyonce that really, really, really pushed a lot of boundaries. There's like three or four different genres on there. We see a level of openness that we've never seen from Beyonce before. And overall, it was just a great project. Same with the Renaissance. I feel like the only reason why Renaissance did not get album of the year is because it musically was a sound for the most part that we've heard from Beyonce before, right? So Renaissance is considered a pop album, and Beyonce is considered to be a pop star. No,
Mhm.
Demetria McKinley. This is the real pop star. So I think that it was easy
You
for
know
them to
what?
be
You're so
like,
full of mess. Oh.
even outside of just the cultural movement and the concept of the album, I think for them musically, it was not far from what we've heard from Beyonce. We've never heard a body of work from Beyonce like Cowboy Carter. And so I think essentially that's what kind of gave them the okay of like, and then of course, again, just the environment and all the conversation that's around the fact that she never won that specific Grammy as the most nominated person in Grammy history. It says a lot, and it has a lot to do with just politics and what she looks like. For us, Beyonce is Beyonce, but for a lot of people, she's still a black woman.
This is true. That's good talk, T. That's really, really good talk. So even talking about what Beyonce looks like for other people and politics wise, I want to talk about friendship, right?
Mm-hmm.
And once again, you and I have been friends since April of 2018,
I'm gonna put a month you date on.
because that's when I started. And like now we're literally getting ready to go into 7 years of friendship. And I feel like, and I know that seven is the year of completion. Seven was my line.
Okay,
You better
so
know
that
that.
means we suck.
Okay, 7 was my line number when I was online for Sigma. And I want to
Okay.
talk about like what do you feel like it takes, or what are the components of a healthy friendship? What does it take to keep and to sustain and to have?
Ooh, that's good. That's good and that's deep.
Ain't it though? Okay.
Okay. I think with anything, if you wanted to, and I think this is in friendships, relationships, jobs, businesses, with anything, if you wanted to continue to grow and sustain and maintain, you gotta be intentional.
Mm,
You have to be intentional. You have to pick your battles. I saw a post one day where it talked about marriage and relationships, and it said, "Do you want to be right or do you want to be married?"
mm,
You just have to be very intentional. Um, because kind of going back to what we were saying in the first part where we talked a little bit about Toya and her
red.
purchasing the building, yeah, and not having that conversation and him just treating it like, well, you don't respect the partnership. I'm starting to see, especially at this age, how complex people are and how complex relationships can be. And just kind of knowing and like what your boundaries are, what you're willing to deal with, and then what you're willing to explore to try to understand. But also picking your battles and knowing that, like, hey, you can give grace, but be mindful of what you're giving grace to, and also just being transparent about who you are and what you feel so that people can understand you, right?
Good.
Because a lot of times we take things as face value. Where somebody may do something and we're like, damn, that hurt. That hurt, that sucked. I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why they would say that. And not to say that it makes it okay, but there are some jacked up people in this world.
Do you hear?
And they wake up, and I do feel like some people wake up and they try to be their best and they want love and they want to be in relationships and they want great friendships, but they've seen so much stuff. They're so jaded
Mm,
that they question everything or they try to project everything onto you. And it's like, literally, I'm just here trying to be a good friend to you, a good partner to you, and you jacking it up because of your past experiences. So just being intentional, being transparent, and being understanding. That's gonna be my biggest things. But then also too having boundaries, because you can be understanding and be like, hey, I get it, but I'm not dealing with that. So good day.
you big, you are big on your boundaries. And
I try.
yeah, and I definitely thank you for sharing that and being open and honest about that. And I'll piggyback off that. And I feel like a lot of good friendships require a level of honesty. And
Yeah.
this morning I woke up and I was like, and I thought about you, and I was like, what really makes our friendship? And I
Okay.
realized that it's two things.
Okay.
Anytime where we've had to tell each other no, which I don't think we've had that moment yet, we've never had to tell each other no because we think with a level of clearness, a
Consideration.
level of consideration and rationality, right? And
Mm-hmm.
when it comes down to us holding each other accountable, we have a level of having conversations and talking with one another and asking questions that ignites the fire of accountability and saying, well, did I make the right decision? Did I say the right
Mm-hmm.
thing? Did I do the right thing? And we leave it up to each other individually to make it right. And I feel like that's something that's lacked in a lot of these friendships and why they failed and why they don't last. And
Mm.
or they last a long time, but the minute those two things are implemented, accountability and once again, just the ability to say no, that is where you see how people truly feel about you. And I want to ask you, like, what do you think it is about accountability or the word no, or accountability and the word no, that causes people or relationships or friendships or marriages or whatever not to?
Mm-hmm. Because I think sometimes people feel like if you love me, it doesn't matter what I do. You're supposed to love me. You're supposed to support me, right or wrong. You're supposed to ride with me. You're supposed to be loyal to me. And it's like, no, that's super unhealthy. If you have, I tell you all the time, I be like, tear me up. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. I tell you
Uh-huh.
this all the time because I want to know. I want to have awareness because something that I know that a lot of people don't, that I feel like is a big part in friendships and relationships struggling, is the fact that like intention doesn't take precedence over impact, right? So
Hmm.
if I do something and I mean well but it hurts you, I can't say, well, I did this out the goodness of my heart and I was just trying to be good to you and I was trying to be a good friend to you and you don't appreciate it. It's like, I am telling you it hurt me. Doesn't matter what you meant, right? And sometimes people will feel like, well, I did things out the goodness of my heart or I meant well, so how you feel should be disregarded. And
Mm.
it's not,
That's
yeah,
good.
and that's just not how friendships and relationships work. And I feel like that's something that we've been taught growing up. It's like, if you mean well, it doesn't matter as long as you're doing things in good intentions. But you can still do things with good intentions that still can be hurtful to other people. And people will disregard that because they feel like, well, I meant well. So you just in your feelings. And then people always try to act like feelings are null and void. We live in this world now where everybody just, I'm so unbothered and I'm da, da, da. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm bothered, bitch. My feelings is hurt. I'm sad. And you have to be willing to communicate that. But people want to stand on business and be hard and be tough. We're human beings.
That's true. That's real good talk. See, that's
So be a
that's
human being.
okay. That's real talk, and that's real understanding. And that's what this podcast is about. It's about evolving and understanding things because I can honestly say with me, and it could be the same thing with you. When I was younger, especially in my 20s, there were certain things that people would say and do to me that I'm just like, whatever. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
now, late 30s, going on 40 in March, there are certain things where I'm just like, hey, that really makes me feel a way. And the way that it
Mm-hmm.
makes me feel is that I'm about to ball my fist up and pop you. And I really can't, I
I don't
can't,
want to do that, Dwight.
I can't do the yo mama stuff.
This is not married to hip hop. You
You
need
get
to
what I'm,
go.
you get what I'm saying? It's just like I can't be around too much mess and disrespect and foolishness. So I want to talk to you about how do you protect your peace, T? How do you protect your peace?
Oh, I think piggybacking off of what you just said is like, hey, just being articulating how things make you feel. I think that also it's a emphasis on that at this point in our life because we want something different. A lot of times when you're younger, things that probably bother you, you may not make a big deal about it or you can let it roll off your back is because you worried about kicking it and you need somebody to run the streets with, or where it's like at this point it's like I don't really need that. Like if you're not bringing me good vibes and you know, respecting my time and giving me the same type of stuff that I'm giving you, then we don't have to be friends. Cause I don't need to run the streets. I don't need to be in the club watching my husband dance with another in my mother.
Okay, Miss Quad. Okay, Miss Quad.
It's just like you just have different priorities, and also too, nothing feels better than being with yourself.
Hmm.
So it's like if I can sit with myself and have a good time and have me a drink and watch a good movie and you know that feels good to me. I'm not gonna go out my way to sacrifice that just because I want to do it with somebody else, if that makes sense, right? Because I
Absolutely.
don't. If you gonna be slow and late and don't want to pay for dinner, or you gotta eat chicken nuggets because you can't, you on a certain budget, you want to do certain things, or we just have different outlooks on life and different perspectives on things. That's fine. I can respect that, and I can put you in a certain bucket in my life, but I'm not going to be trying to make you my end all be all friend anymore because I could just go and do that by myself.
That's good talk. That's some really really good solid talk. And I think for me, a way that I protect my peace is by, and this may sound crazy, but it also may sound logical. The only person right now that I can think about that can protect me and shield me from mess and drama and hurt and lies and chaos is myself.
Exactly.
So I
Hmm.
don't mind being at home, watching the sunset. And if y'all follow me on social media and Tania know me, I love to create a vibe. I love
Hmm.
lights. I love my music. I love my candles. I love my wine. I love just being like, I really enjoy being in my thoughts because for me, when I really get in my thoughts and I think about where am I? Like, what does life look like? What's going on? Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, are you happy? Are you settled? Are you settling to in hopes of being happy? Like, what is life giving? What, like, bro, you just waking up every day and you're going through the motions, but what are the motions that you're trying to lead yourself to? I feel like some of those best questions can be answered when I'm just sitting with myself. But there are also other
Absolutely.
people in this life that can help me piece some things together. Not saying that they have to be on the same page with me, but they just have to be logical people. So one thing that I do to keep myself in peace, or a second thing is like aligning myself with people that really are on a mission themselves. I don't need you
Yeah.
to distract yourself from my mission, from your mission, and I don't need to distract myself from my mission. But what I can say is, hey, this is where I am in my life. This is where you are in your life. What you got going on? Do you have anything to offer me? Let's see what looks familiar. Let's see what looks like, okay, me too. Like, okay, I ain't been there, but I know somebody to have. Like, how can we help one another? How can we love one another? How can we support one another? I'm not here for the bickering. I'm not here for the arguing. I'm not here for
Yeah.
the mess. I'm not here for the drama. I just don't have the time. And I think that's
Yeah.
why I'm so grateful for our friendship because it's never been that. From day
Yeah.
one, it's always just been like, okay, what we got going on? Who we tearing up today? Like if life is life and for one of us, it's like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's
Yeah.
talk. And
Yeah.
our thing is when some it's some real heavy shit, we be like, friend, let's unpack it.
Yeah.
Okay,
For
you get what
sure.
I'm saying? Okay, it's very much so given, accept your past.
Yes.
And we talk
Yes.
about it and we get it done. And I truly pray that a lot of you all that are listening to this podcast, that y'all can find people that will allow you to unpack your stuff. Because
Yeah.
and I'm
And
gonna call it
unpacking
another
it in
thing,
a
a lot of
healthy
our
way
parents didn't
too.
allow us to.
You
I'm
say
gonna
what?
say I said I'm gonna say this. A lot of our parents, they did not allow us to unpack our stuff.
Oh yeah. And that's why, a lot of friendships and relationships suffer because people don't know how. And no, and and they're attaching themselves to people who don't know how either, or they're rejecting things that don't feel familiar. And you know, for me, from what is it? Familiarity is not always a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if it feels too much like home, that should be concerning. Especially if you come from a home to from where maybe it might have been traumatic, or there may be some things that you've experienced that don't feel good that still affect you in your adulthood, and then you turn around and attach yourself to people who mirror that same thing. You have to be mindful about stuff like that.
That's good. That's good talk. That's good talk. Okay. And with everything that's going on, like friendships and life, and a possible relocation and things that's happening and going on, what are like two things that keep you grounded?
Definitely my relationship with God
Mm,
and my friendships.
mm-hmm.
I am very, very picky about people that I attach myself to, especially like people that I'm close to. And everybody that I'm close to, I've been friends for a really long time, or they're older than me. So
Okay.
they've had experiences, and they can come to me and they can provide a certain level of wisdom from that experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like one thing about my friends, we will show up and things of that nature, but accountability is something that's very important to all of us. And also that um like they keep going piece. Like, okay, what's next? Like we've been talking about this for a couple of months now. You know, we've unpacked it. You've gone to therapy, you've talked to me, you've done these things. What's next? Move on.
Mhm.
Like nobody's sitting around like encouraging like trauma or drama or mess. And I think all of my friends, we all have this perspective of like, if it's not adding any type of value to your life, if you're not getting more money from it, if it's not elevating you, process it the way you need to process it, and then get to whatever it is that's going to make you feel that way.
Absolutely, absolutely. I agree. I agree. And once again, I keep telling y'all, this is why T is my friend. This is why we do what we do. So we're kind of in the sense going to get to the end of the podcast, and I just want to kind of once again give you T the opportunity to talk about your platforms, talk about your businesses, talk about things, especially we have painted dolls. Talk about like dreams, goals, aspirations that you have, and how people can find you, how they can reach out to you, and once again, like what can we look forward to when it comes down to Tania?
Oh, okay. Well, Tania's figuring it out. um, So that's the biggest thing is again Instagram, Blue Sky Threads, Toniya Ray, ToniyaRaye. But I'm in a place to where I am just trying to literally just go with the flow and do whatever makes me feel good. So I have had projects and businesses and things in the past that are kind of on pause right now. And when I get the energy to invest and pour into, I will. If I need to move on, I'm going to move on. But I think my biggest thing is making sure that I take care of myself, I prioritize myself, and I focus more on my well being and making sure that I'm okay mentally and emotionally and spiritually with everything that's going on in the world versus trying to work through things or relationship my way through things. Like, I want to be present, I want to be aware, and I want to make sure that I'm in a place in my life where I'm open to learning more about myself and finding out more things about myself and just working on myself and loving on myself. That's my priority. So if it's not falling under that umbrella, it's really not important to me right now.
Hey, and you heard it first. Y'all heard it here at Evolving with Life Coach Jarrell. Tania said, if you coming over here with that bull swanky,
Harsh Malaki.
okay, you can go away from me with this Apollo. You
Yeah, go away from me with this.
okay? He seen his kids. He just
He just messing with me.
that's it.
Might not even be here when you get home.
You get what I'm saying? Okay, but you know what? But best wishes.
You on the
And
run from the law too?
okay, well, come get them, Bun Child. But you know what? Even with that, like, once again, I always talk about it, but my 40th birthday is March the 30th, and Tania and I will be actually, I believe Tania, I, and one more person, we will be going to Bali.
Indonesia. Don't tease ya.
Okay, look, I'm over here like ludicrous talking about something in the back seat of the what he say? Just on a jacuzzi at the back row. Oh, that was at the movies.
Uh-huh.
That ain't even Indonesia. Okay, but but you know what? Like, yeah, we're going to Indonesia. We're going to Bali in May for my 40th, and we're excited. So it might be, you know what? You never know what this life holds. It could be some vlogging. It could be some recording over there. It could be a lot of things. But Tania, I just want to give you your flowers and thank you once again.
Thank you, friend.
Not only being an amazing woman, an amazing role model, but just being an amazing friend and accepting me for who I am and always
Aw.
challenging me to be better and questioning me and getting my thoughts on things. And most of all, just simply loving and respecting me with no strings attached. And, I am happy for you in your relocation here to Charlotte. And for anybody that's ever moved here, visited here, you will never be alone. I'm just a call away, probably that
Mm-hmm.
9 times out of 10 every day, or you're gonna be up here every day. And I'm just
Mm-hmm.
excited once again to see how this friendship grows, where it goes, and I support you. I love you. I believe.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Love you,
It's
friend.
the hiccups, but I believe in you, and I know great things will come. And once again, I hope that you guys here at Evolving with Life Coach Jarrell has or have enjoyed part two of this podcast with Tania, and you guys have her handles. And hopefully, I will be a guest on Tea Time with Tania in 2025.
Of course.
Okay, because Tanya Nicole.
I love your mom.
And yeah, so that's that. So once again, um Hopefully your team won last week on the Super Bowl, but if not, keep renting, in the words of Sheree. It's
Hey.
an edge, okay? But other than that, I will catch you guys on the next podcast. And you never know, there may be another guest. But other than that, be blessed, keep it peaceful, have fun, live your life, protect yourself, protect your family members, and most of all, love someone the way that you want to be loved.
And
We are
do it like
out.
it's your B-Day.
Okay, baby.
Baby.
Ah, na, 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 na. Ah,
Uh,
na, 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 na. Still don't know what the hell she's saying. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
bye.